before we start, top 3 superheroes in the comments right now. What you saying? Let me know. But listen, picture this scene. Sabrina, she's watching Wonder Woman. She's inspired. She's like, yo, listen, I can do whatever I want to do type thing. You know the ones you're watching a superhero movie or any type of movie, to be fair. Could be Pursuit of Happyness, where you're watching Will Smith overcome so many things, have that hunger, have that desire to just keep pushing, keep pushing. I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't, highly recommend that film. It's actually mad inspirational. You're watching Karate Kid. You're seeing the way that he was getting smacked up at the start. Now he's doing that take off his coat and all this kind of stuff, and he goes through the training and he smashes it. He literally smashes it. But in the fight, he nearly got KO'd. He nearly got finished. But he kept pushing, kept pushing, kept pushing. He overcame all the mental battles, all the blocks, all the challenges, all of it. Kevin's watching the new Spider-Man. If you haven't seen it, I ain't even gonna drop any spoilers, so don't worry. But Kevin's watching the new Spider-Man. He's inspired. He's inspired by Spider-Man. He's inspired by the other features in the film. And listen, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna start helping more people, right? He's like, you know what? I can really do this. I can really, whatever it is that he's focusing on. The message that I'm portraying right now is that so many times we get inspired by these movies. We get inspired by these superheroes. Captain America is a G, right? If you want to know some of my top 3, Captain America is therefore up there in the top 3. Maybe I'll share the rest of my top 3 later, but that's not the point of this video. We get inspired by these movies, but a lot of the times, when we look at our own lives, we're acting as an extra. We're acting as Jim in the background. Sorry if your name is Jim, by the way. I apologize, it's not intentional. But we're acting as Jim in the background of the Captain America movie that you don't even notice. That's kind of how we're moving in our lives. From a perspective of the fact that maybe we're not taking risks. Maybe we're not doing anything too impressive. Maybe we're just sleepwalking through life, going through the program that was maybe created for us by someone else that we're not actually passionate about. We're just being an extra. But let me ask this. Imagine if the cameras were actually on you. Imagine if, rather than you being an extra right now, we had 1,000 people in the theater literally watching you. Look, if you're moving like an extra, the movie's gonna be boring. Not a lot of money is getting made on that film, but that's besides the point. More importantly, not a lot of people are getting inspired by Sarah. Sorry if your name's Sarah. By Sarah sitting in a coffee table as an extra, just going through her life. If you've seen WandaVision, right? If you've seen WandaVision, imagine all those, you know what I'm talking about? All those random people and stuff at the start, the first few, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but the first few kind of episodes, imagine if the whole thing was just about them. It's kind of dead. It's not really inspiring. It's just average. It's mediocre. But again, imagine, I don't know if you've seen Truman Show. Imagine in Truman Show, old school film, if you know, you know, where the whole basically world is watching this one guy. He doesn't even know it. He doesn't even know that the whole world is watching him. But you know what's crazy? Some of the things that's happening in his life, there's people watching him and they're so inspired because of the way that he's acting. So the question is, again, if we can imagine that we have 1,000 people watching us, 10,000 people watching us, 100,000 people watching us right now, 100,000 people watching me make this video right now. And we ask ourselves, cool, is this movie gonna inspire someone else? Is this movie actually gonna inspire the people who are watching it? Or is it just gonna demotivate them? Is it just gonna bore them? Is it gonna feed them negative belief? This is a very, very profound concept that a mentor of mine actually told me about recently. And I was like, wow. That's so powerful, because if we just think as if we are in the Truman Show, in reality, it's kind of a possibility if you kind of, you know, let me go into that, some of y'all be thinking I'm crazy. But imagine you're in the Truman Show right now, and there's all these people watching. How would we be acting differently? My mentor, he asked, he said, let's say, for example, for the past week, as an example, the past month, I was watching you 24/7 and you were aware. Would you act differently in any kind of way? Or let's say, for example, 1,000 people are watching you right now. Sorry, they've been watching you for the past week. Would you have acted differently over the past week than you have so far? For the most part, the answer is probably yes. So we can apply that concept to help us actually act better, to help us maybe push a little bit harder, right? At the gym, go that little extra rep, because we're imagining we're in a movie. We're imagining we're in that Spider-Man film, that Captain America film, that Avengers film. If you're watching DC, that Batman versus Spider-Man film, I can't even lie, I got like an hour into that. had to cut. I was a bit bored. Maybe I'll watch it one day. But honestly, guys, if you feel like you're not excelling right now, if you feel like you've been living average, if you feel like, if you ask yourself this question of if 1,000 people are watching me for the past week, what would I do differently? And you look at it and you think, I would do that differently. Maybe just as an experiment, try this week. Obviously, you might not be thinking it throughout the whole day. Maybe you are. If you are, that's amazing. But even if you think at some moments, the parts maybe where you struggle with the most, gym, maybe it's working on your business, maybe it's showing up effectively at your job, whatever it is for you, that's important for you to grow. And just imagine yourself in that specific example, being the superhero of your own movie. That's how you can become a superhero now, because you're thinking in your head, how can I inspire the 1,000 people that are watching? Alternatively, maybe you think about it a bit differently. Maybe you think, I can't mess up because 1,000 people watching. Whatever inspires you, I don't mind, right? But I truly feel like the whole idea of trying to inspire these 1,000 people watching is so powerful. And even understanding that our future children will be watching that same movie one day. So it's like, whoa, it's even deeper than just 1,000 random people. Yo, my future children are going to be watching my movie in the future. So let me go ahead and act now how I would like to set the example for them to act. With that being said, I hope that concept makes a lot of sense for you. It's actually a concept, I wouldn't say I apply it every single day or all the time and stuff like that, but it's a concept that I definitely find myself applying at certain times. Like certain times when I just feel like I need that extra push. I just think to myself, I don't know, I might just envision myself in a movie. I might just envision myself as, I'm saying, like people watching you or whatever, like, bow, 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 you know? Obviously, I'm not a boxer or anything, but it's a metaphorical pow, 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 you feel me? And it definitely helps. I encourage you to try it. If you try it, let me know how it goes for you. Definitely share your thoughts and stuff like that. But if you did find value in this no,
I promise, like, and even it was.
If you did find value in this video, please go ahead and drop a like. And with that being said, I'm gonna tell you guys some of my top 3 favorite superheroes. Number 1, in no particular order, Captain America. Do you know why? Because he is a G. That scene, if you've seen it, where he's standing over the grenade, right? There's people all around him. There's a grenade about to blow. He jumps on it to blow himself up to save everyone else. Man, he's a G. I'm not gonna lie. That inspired me. You get? Who else? By the way, on the side note as well. By the way, at this point in the video, it's just kind of random. So if you came to learn how to be a superhero, this part probably isn't it. But anyways, I only just started watching Marvel movies like 2 months ago. So when there was all this hype about Infinity War, I wasn't even in it. You get? Like I just wasn't interested those times. One day I just said, it's like a couple months ago, I said, you know what? Let me see what all this hype was about. I started watching. I was like, whoa! You know what? These movies are actually kind of good. I'm not even gonna lie. But anyways, Captain America's definitely up there. Black Panther's definitely up there. I can't lie, he's a G. But I'm not even gonna lie, there's a couple. Thanos might even be up there, you know. Thanos, I think I might be picking up crazy. But Thanos is a G. Like, I don't know if that's my exact top 3 list. That's just like my first thoughts off my head. But Thanos is a G. I like, Black Widow, she's a G as well. So it was a violation what happened in, I don't want to drop spoilers just in case we haven't seen things. But anyways, that's really what I wanted to say. One thing I like about Hawkeye, you know, Hawkeye, he's not my favorite, but there's a powerful message with him, which is the fact that you don't need to have superpowers in order to be a superhero. You don't. Hawkeye's a clear example of that because he has no superpowers. He just decided to be that person. So anyone can be a superhero. And again, it doesn't have to be a thing of, fighting, I don't know, Thanos or whatever. Like, I'm talking being a superhero in your own life, specifically for you, for the people around you, inspiring them, because there are people watching us that we don't even realize that are watching us. So let's go ahead and inspire the world. Let's go ahead and elevate. If you want to grow with me on this journey, go ahead and drop a subscribe for future videos. We're definitely going to be coming with more and more value. Stay tuned. But with that being said, I've been the real Shai Lamar. Let me go ahead and catch you guys soon. Peace out. Yo, by the way, I just realized I didn't even explain why I said Thanos. So you guys probably thinking, yo, this is crazy. Thinking, yo, this guy's on something. Listen, Thanos is a G, and I'm gonna explain why he actually inspires me to a certain extent, because he had a belief, right? Like he felt like, obviously his belief, you know what I'm saying? It may be a bit questionable whether he was trying to kill. Well, to be fair, he wasn't even trying to kill people. But anyways, that's not the topic of discussion. The point is, he had something that he wanted to work on. Right? He had a purpose that he was looking to fulfill, and in his heart, that purpose was actually genuinely in his head to help people, right? And he kind of was willing to do whatever it took in order to actually fulfill his goals, in order to actually fulfill his desires. Like, there was so many things. Again, I'm not trying to drop spoilers just because I don't know if people have watched it or what, but surely you man must have seen it by now, like, as in this Infinity War. I'm probably the latest person, but it's like there was so many things that were happening that he had to sacrifice certain things that he loved and all of that kind of stuff, but he kept pushing and kept pushing. I'm not saying I agree with his actions, but it's inspiring because it kind of just shows you, like, yo, if you really want something, like, nothing can actually stop you. Like, something as big as just clicking your finger and being able to wipe half the universe, like, nothing can stop you if you really want to wipe the universe. Like, hopefully you don't do that. I'm talking more positive things. Like, if you want to go ahead and start that business, if you want to go ahead and make XYZ, or you want to go ahead and get a certain physique, but it's just inspiring, isn't it? But I don't know if I'm gonna add this on to the end of the video. If I do, then I do. If not, the niggas gonna be thinking I'm crazy. But it's all good, man. We don't care. Peace.